Hey y'all! Welcome to your short, quick, and sweaty Power Flow workout. If you are short on time and ready to sweat, you are in the right place. All you are going to need today is a yoga mat, yourself, and a good attitude. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
When you're ready, meet me at the back of your mat, taking a wide-legged child's pose, just letting your forehead rest here, allowing gravity to open up your hips, taking some deep inhales through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Continue to do this at your own pace. Slowly begin to walk your hands over to the left side, taking a side body stretch here. Not going too far, but making sure that you do feel that stretch. And continue to breathe. Walk your hands back to center and over to the opposite side. Still taking your deep inhales and exhales here, exhaling through the mouth. Slowly walk your hands back to center and push up into a box pose, bringing your knees under your hips. And just start to rock side to side, maybe letting your chin rest down. Inhale for a cow pose and exhale, round your back. Inhale, glance up. Exhale, cat back. Inhale, glancing up. And exhale, round. Hold here. And come back to a neutral spine. Right leg kicks out and rest it down on that mat. Begin to rock forward and backwards, opening up through that back leg. Lift this leg up and lift the opposite arm, holding here for a balance challenge. Continuing to breathe. Exhale, crunch your elbow to knee and inhale for a reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, open up. And reach around, grabbing that ankle. Flex your foot and begin to kick. Just opening up here through the shoulder. And stretching out that leg a little bit. Release and come back to that box. Take your slight rock side to side. Left leg kicks out and rock forward and backward, stretching out through that foot. Stretching all the way through your left leg. Awesome job. Lift that leg up. Opposite arm lifts. And hold here, challenging your balance. Continue to breathe. When you're ready, taking those crunches in and back out, crunching in and back out. Awesome job. And when you're ready, grabbing that foot and kicking into it. Still taking that stretch on the opposite side. Awesome job. Release and take that slight rock side to side. Left arm lifts up and thread the needle, resting down that left ear on the mat. Your opposite arm can come around behind your back for a little bit of a deeper twist. Big push up with that arm and reach up. Press that arm down. Right arm comes up, open, and thread the needle, finding that opposite ear to the mat. Your unbound hand can go behind your back, just taking a little bit of a deeper twist here. Big push up with that arm and come back into your box pose. When you're ready, meet me in a downward facing dog. Begin taking your deep inhales through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Continue to breathe. Meet me at the top of your mat in a forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, big mountain pose, big reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, glancing up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. And downward facing dog. We're going to begin warming up with our sun A's. Just continue to breathe here in your down dog. Meet me at the top of your mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Big rise up. Hands to heart center. Mountain pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Find your plank. Chaturanga. Up dog and downward facing dog. These sun A's are going to warm us up very quickly. Exhale to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale on your halfway lift. And exhale to your plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. Continuing your breath. Just coming up and down on those tippy toes. Forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up, mountain pose. Hands to heart center. Big reach up and fold. Halfway lift. Find your plank. Chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. You're doing great. Take a twist. Left hand finds that right ankle, glancing under your armpit. Opposite side, right arm to that left ankle, and twist. Untwist and walk your hand to the back of your mat, finding a yogi squat. Hands to heart center, pushing into your knees. Left arm lifts, taking a twist, and take some wrist circles. Opposite side, just opening up through that chest. Wrist circles here as well. Come back to center. Big reach up and exhale back down. Taking some squats here. When we rise up, you're inhaling and exhaling on the squat. And continue to do this, going at your own pace. A few more here. Inhale, big reach up. Clasp your hands behind your back and take a forward fold. Maybe shaking the head no slowly if this feels good to you. And just breathe. Release your arms down to the mat and walk out into a plank pose. Holding here, remembering to breathe, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out your mouth. Continue to breathe here. It's okay if you start to shake. Checking in, making sure that your wrists are under your shoulders. And when you're ready, taking a chaturanga all the way down to that mat and just resting down. Big push up back into your second plank. You're doing awesome. Continue to breathe. Maybe walking your feet out to be mat width. Can you lift up your left hand? Maybe hover it. Can your right hand lift? Awesome. Float it down. Left foot lifts up and release. And right foot lifts and release back to that plank. Great job. Exhaling down to the mat. Inhaling for an upward facing dog here. Exhale back down to the mat and push up into your downward facing dog. Bend your knees as you glance forward to the top of your mat and hop. We're going to take a few hops here, just playing here with your bunny hops. And when you're ready, jumping to the very top of your mat, forward fold. Grab your elbows on both sides and just begin to rock side to side here, making sure that your chest is resting on your knees, bending your knees as much as you need to. Release your hands for a halfway lift and fold. Left leg comes back for a kneeling crescent. Big reach up with those arms. And exhale, taking a halfway split. Flex that foot and rock forward and backwards here. Last time, holding here. Just continue to breathe, keeping your foot flexed. Awesome job. Go ahead and walk your hands to the outside of that foot and bring your pinky toe side of your foot down to the mat. This is an IT band stretch. You should feel it all the way through that leg. Come back through center and meet me at the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Rise up, mountain pose, hands to heart center, big reach up with those arms, and forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, and step back with that opposite foot. It should be your right foot this time. Reach up with those arms in that kneeling crescent. And begin to rock forward and backwards, taking that halfway split. Make sure that your foot is flexed here. When you're ready, you can hold that stretch and just continue to breathe. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Walk your hand to the outside of that foot and take an IT band stretch, finding that pinky toe side of your foot down on the mat. Walk your hands back to center and push forward, forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Big rise up, mountain pose. Hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Jump back plank. Hold here and begin to start jumping out your feet in and out. Just building some heat here. You also have the option to walk your feet out one at a time if you don't want to jump. That's perfectly fine and just as good. Just keep going at your own pace. Don't forget to breathe. You're almost there. Awesome job. Come down onto your knees and meet me in a child's pose. Just resting here. Take a second to catch your breath and just breathe. You're doing great. Push up into a box pose and meet me in your downward facing dog. Just taking some deep breaths here. One more cycle of breath. Left leg lifts up, flexing that foot for 3-point down dog. Hold here. Can you maybe lift up your right hand and hover it? This is called a funky down dog. This is a balance challenge, but you got it. I believe in you. Can you try it out? Awesome job. Release that hand down. Opposite leg is going to come up for a 3-point down dog. Flexing that foot, making sure that your hips are even. And maybe, just maybe, playing with that opposite hand. So if your right leg is up, your left hand is going to maybe float off of the mat. How does that feel in your body? It's just something to play with. It's kind of funky. Awesome job. Release that hand down. And release that foot. Downward facing dog. Tiptoe to the top of your mat and find a yogi squat, bringing your hands to heart center here, maybe taking a slight rock side to side. And when you're ready, take another forward fold. Left leg lifts up for a standing split. We are going to bend that standing leg down for a kundalini squat and back up. Squat down and reach up with that leg. Continue to do this at your own pace. One more here, and we're going to sit it all the way down into a funky little seated posture like this. Let's go ahead and roll out our shoulders, going in both directions, just getting a little movement through the upper body. When you're nice and loose in your upper body, we're going to take a side body stretch, leaning over to the right side and glancing down at that hand. And just breathing here, opening up through that side body. Awesome job. Come back to center and push back up into that standing split and float that leg down. Right leg is going to lift for that standing split, and begin here to just flex through that foot and get even through those hips. And go ahead and start taking your Kundalini squats, going at your own pace. You're doing great. A few more here. Last one. And we're going to come all the way down into that seated posture. Just beginning to wiggle out through those shoulders once more, going in both directions. And when you're ready, taking that side body stretch over to the left side, glancing down at that bottom hand. Take deep breaths here. One more cycle of breath. Slowly begin to unwind and come back into that standing split. And float that leg down, forward fold. Come into a yogi squat, bringing your hands to heart center. And let's take some squats coming up and down here, taking an active recovery. Rise up, inhale, and exhale, coming back down. Inhale up, exhale back down. Few more here. Inhaling up and exhale down. Let's come all the way down onto our backs and take a happy baby here. Reach for the outsides of those feet and check in, making sure that your tailbone is touching the mat. Maybe taking a slight rock side to side if that feels good. For my super bendy friends, maybe straightening out one leg at a time, or maybe straightening both out. Just playing here with your happy baby. Check in with your breathing here, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Bend your knees back in, bring your left leg on top of your right, flex your feet and reach for them, pulling your feet towards your armpits. You should feel the stretch all the way through your bottom. Hold here, one more breath. And release your feet all the way up to the sky, pointing and flexing. Maybe taking ankle rotations in one direction and the opposite way. And coming back into that paperclip, taking the opposite foot on top now. Still flexing your feet and pulling them in. This is my favorite stretch. Just enjoying the stretch here. Continuing to focus on your breath. And unwind your feet. You're going to take some hip rotations here, going in one direction. And swirl them the opposite way. Bring your knees into chest and take some rock and rolls all the way up and down your back. Just massaging through your spine here. A few more rock and rolls. If it feels good to take a butterfly at the top, go ahead and take that and slowly walk your hands forward. Trying to get your forehead on the mat, but if you can't reach that, that's fine. Maybe using a pillow here to bring the floor to you. That's a great option. And just breathe. Begin taking some tiny little butterfly flutters if that feels good on your hips. Just wiggling out your joints. Inhale, reaching up, straight back. Exhale, twist over your shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist over opposite side, grabbing that knee. Inhale, come back to center. Slowly begin to lower yourself back onto that mat, finding your Shavasana. Your legs can be out straight or they can be in a butterfly like mine. If you have lower back pain, feel free to take the soles of your feet to the bottom of the mat and bend your knees up to support your lower back. And just taking some time here to focus back on that breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through your mouth. With every exhale, just releasing your muscles into the mat a little bit more. Unclench your jaw, rest your tongue in your mouth. Just allowing yourself to melt into your yoga mat. Take at least 3 more deep inhales and exhales here. When you're ready, slowly begin to roll onto your favorite side, taking fetal posture, using that bottom arm as a pillow. This is symbolic of rebirth. Slowly begin to push yourself up as you're ready, and we'll find a comfortable seated posture here. Let's take one more deep breath together, inhaling and exhaling, bringing all this energy into your heart center. If you liked today's video, please like and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you guys next time. Sending you love and light. Namaste.